Second part of module 3, stability analysis. What do you mean by stability of a system? Stability in a system, it implies that if there is a small change, in the system input, this small change in the system input means it may be change in initial conditions or in the system parameters, etc. If this small change in the system input, if this small change does not result in a large change in the system output, then we can say that the system is stable. Stability in a system, it implies that small changes in the system input, that is initial conditions or in system parameters, do not result in large changes in the system output. That is stability of a system. If there is a small change in the system input, if this small change does not result in a large change in the system output, then the system is stable. A closed loop feedback system is either stable or unstable. What do you mean by absolute stability and relative stability? A stable system produces, if we can also say that a stable system produces a bounded output for a given bounded input. For a bounded output, if for a stable system means for a bounded input, if it produces a bounded output, then the system is stable system. A system is asymptotically stable if in the absence of the input, the output tends towards zero, irrespective of all initial conditions, then the system is asymptotically stable. If in the absence of the input, if the output tends towards zero, then the system is asymptotically stable. If the oscillation set up in a system, another definition, if the oscillation set up in a system due to the consequent of the application of an input, if these oscillations are damped out with respect to time, then also we can say that the system is stable. If the oscillation set up in a system, these oscillations may be due to the consequence of the application of an input. If the oscillations set up in a system are damped out with respect to time, then the system is said to be stable. So what do you mean by a stable system? Means stability in a system. It implies that small changes in the system input, that is initial conditions or in the system parameters, do not result in large changes in system output. If the oscillation set up in a system due to the consequence of the application of an input, if these oscillations are damped out with respect to time, then the system is said to be stable. Now, about the location of poles on S-plane for stability. Where will be the location of poles for the system to be stable? Location of poles on S-plane for stability. S-plane, complex plane, real axis and imaginary axis. So location of poles on S-plane for stability. Consider a closed loop transfer function M of S, that means C of S by R of S. Consider a closed loop transfer function M of S. It can be expressed as the ratio of two polynomials in S. The denominator polynomial, it is equated to 0, it is known as characteristic equation. The denominator polynomial, it is called the characteristic equation, and the roots of this characteristic equation are the poles of the transfer function. The roots of the characteristic equation is denominator of the transfer function, denominator equal to 0. That is known as characteristic equation. It tells the behavior of the system. Denominator equal to 0. The roots of the characteristic equation. The roots of the characteristic equation are the poles of the transfer function. The same transfer function can be expressed like this: S plus Z1 into S plus Z2, etc. divided by S plus P1 into S plus P2, etc. numerator, this minus Z1, minus Z2, minus S3 are the zeros of the transfer function, and minus P1, minus P1, minus P2, minus P3, etc. are the poles of the transfer function. Zeros and poles. Now, we can see that the roots of the numerator polynomial, the location of the roots. Suppose this is impulse response of various types of impulse. The input is impulse, the corresponding output. The input given to the system is impulse. And impulse response means the response of the system if the input is impulse signal. And what is impulse signal? Its value is 0 when time t greater than or equal to 0. Now suppose here we are going to see the various locations of roots in S-plane. Location of roots in S-plane. Consider first the transformation is in this form. M of S is equal to A divided by S plus A. So minus A is the pole, its roots, minus A. So this root is in the left hand side of the S-plane. The roots are on this root is in the left hand side of the S-plane. So here its impulse response. This is the transfer function. This is the location of root, that is poles. Actually this minus A, it's the poles of the transfer function. Roots of the characteristic equation are the poles of the transfer function. So cross mark for poles, minus A. So this is impulse response. So its corresponding impulse response is like this. Impulse response is exponentially decaying. And finally it reaches 0. Impulse response. So when time t greater than or equal to 0, the impulse the value is 0. So finally it attains that particular value. Therefore the system is stable. And suppose M of S is equal to, the transfer function is equal to A divided by S minus A. That means the roots of the characteristic equation is plus A. So the poles roots of the characteristic equation are the poles of the transfer function, that is plus A. So in the right hand side of the S-plane. So this pole is on the right hand side of the S-plane, and it is its response, impulse response is exponentially increasing like this. So this is an unstable system. The final value is 0 because impulse. When time t greater than equal to 0, the value of the function is 0. But here it is exponentially increasing. The amplitude is increasing. So the system is unstable system. So here we can see that if the roots or the poles are on the left hand side of the system is stable. If the root is on the right hand side or the pole, roots of the characteristic equation is the pole of the transfer function, poles of the transfer function. So here the pole is on the right hand side, therefore the system is unstable system. Now suppose all the possibilities of the roots. Suppose the roots, the transfer function is, that is the roots are this value is A. So minus A plus or minus JB. So complex roots minus A, S plus A. So the roots are minus A. So the roots are on the left hand side of the S-plane, and the impulse response is damped sinusoidal, damped oscillatory. The oscillation setup are damped out with respect to time, and it is finally it attains 0. So the system is stable system. The input signal is impulse. So when time t greater than 0, the value of the function is 0. So finally it attains the steady state value. Therefore the system is stable. Now suppose the roots are in this form. So the roots are on the left hand side. The roots are on the right hand side of the S-plane. In that case, the response will be like this, and amplitude is increasing. Therefore, the system is unstable system. System is unstable. So, first, if this root is on the left hand side, the system is stable. If this root is on the right hand side, the system is unstable. Similarly, these complex roots are on the left hand side of the S-plane, then system is stable. If the roots are on the right hand side of the S-plane, the system is unstable. Now suppose the roots are on the imaginary axis. If the roots are on the imaginary, there is no real part. The roots are on the imaginary axis. Then impulse response is oscillatory. In that case, we can say that the system is marginally stable. Marginally stable. So, stable, unstable, and marginally stable. Sustained oscillations. Oscillations are not damped out. Impulse response is oscillatory. So, if the roots are on the imaginary axis, that means there is no real part. In that case, system is marginally stable. Marginally stable. Now suppose there are double roots on the imaginary axis. Double pair of roots on imaginary axis. In that case, if there is multiple points at imaginary axis, then the amplitude is increased and system is unstable. If double roots, if a single root, then system is oscillatory, then it is marginally stable. Marginally stable. If double roots or multiple points at the imaginary axis, at one particular point, multiple points, then amplitude is increasing and the system is unstable. Suppose another possibility, if the root is on at the origin, only one root that is at the origin, then impulse response. It is like this. This means that impulse response is constant. That means the system is marginally stable. System is marginally stable if there is a single root at origin. Marginally stable. And again, suppose if there are double roots, two roots at origin, then the response will be like this, linearly increasing with time. So the system is unstable. The final value is 0 because again that is this input is impulse. Therefore, the steady state value is 0. Here it is increasing with respect to time. Therefore, the system is unstable system. So what is the inference about the system is stable? The system is stable if the roots are on the left hand side of the S-plane. If the roots are on the left hand side of the S-plane, then the system is stable. And if the roots are on the right hand side of the S-plane, then the system is unstable. S-plane means complex plane, real axis and the imaginary axis. If the roots are on the right hand side, the system is unstable. And if the roots are on the imaginary axis, the system is marginally stable. The system is marginally stable if the roots are on the imaginary axis. And if multiple poles at the imaginary axis, then the system is unstable. Then the system is unstable. Similarly, if the pulse is at the origin, the system is marginally stable. Double pole at the origin, the system is unstable. So, if the summary is, if all the roots of the characteristic equation has negative real parts, then the system is stable. Negative real parts means the system, the roots are in the left-hand side of the S-plane. If the roots are on the left-hand side of the S-plane, the system is stable. If any root of the characteristic equation has a positive real part, or if there is a repeated root on the imaginary axis, then the system is unstable. If any root of the characteristic equation has a positive real part, or if there is a repeated root on the imaginary axis, then the system is unstable. If there is non-repeated roots on the imaginary axis, then the system is marginally stable. And also, if a single fault at the origin, then the system is marginally stable.